At a recent event, Tesla took the stage to unveil its latest innovation, the Cybercab, a sleek two-seater robotaxi. The compact design caught many by surprise, as the industry standard for robotaxis typically leans toward larger vehicles, designed to accommodate multiple passengers. While Elon Musk confidently touted its affordability and cost-effective operation, the Cybercab's design raised concerns. Experts questioned its market potential, especially since two-door cars make up a small percentage of sales in the US. But beyond the bold claims, there were notable gaps. No specifics on production timelines, regulatory approvals, or a clear go-to-market strategy were provided. And for investors, those missing details were crucial. The event's impact became clear as Tesla shares dropped by 9%, signaling that investors were underwhelmed by the reveal. With stiff competition from companies like Waymo, the unveiling left many unconvinced of Tesla's readiness to dominate the autonomous vehicle market. The question remains, is Tesla truly on track, or are we still waiting for the future of autonomous driving? That's all from me, handing you over to studio.
Picture this. You open up your ride-sharing app and what pulls up? Not your typical sedan or SUV, but a sleek, sporty, driverless coupe. That's the curveball Tesla threw everyone with the recent reveal of their Cybercab, a two-seater robotaxi. It's definitely got people talking, and we're going to dive into all the ins and outs today, starting with the news straight out of the Tesla event from our friends over at Reuters.
Yeah, the industry was really, waiting with bated breath for this one. I think a lot of folks expected them to kind of follow suit with companies like Waymo. They've gone with that more practical route, rolling out those spacious 4-passenger Jaguars. All about accessibility, right?
Totally.
But Tesla, they always got to do things a little different.
They zig when everyone else zags.
Exactly.
And then this Cybercab, totally different beast, no steering wheel, projected to be priced around $30,000, and they're aiming for a 2026 production start. I mean, Talk about ambitious.
Ambitious is putting it mildly, especially when you think about what's already out there. I mean, Jonathan Elfelen over at Edmunds.com even said it, two-seater cab. Not exactly the most practical set of wheels.
You're telling me.
And then you look at the market data from J.D. Power, right? Two-door cars. Excluding SUVs and pickups, they make up 2% of sales in the U.S.
2%, that's it.
It's a tiny slice.
So what gives? Are they going after some super niche, maybe even luxury robo-taxi market?
It's a good question.
Because this isn't really jiving with the whole, robo-taxis for everyone vibe we've been hearing about. And of course, it wouldn't be a Tesla launch without, the Elon Musk hype train leaving the station.
Right, you'd love that.
He's out there saying this Cybercab's going to cost a measly 20 cents per mile to operate. Cheaper than public transit, he claims.
Yeah, bold statement.
And then he goes on about how this whole robotaxi venture could skyrocket Tesla's value to, get this, $5 trillion.
$5 trillion with a T.
I mean, come on.
I gotta say, though, for all the big numbers he threw out there, Musk was awfully quiet on some key details.
Like what?
Well, any solid timelines for mass production, for one.
Okay, yeah.
And what about navigating that whole regulatory maze surrounding autonomous vehicles? That's no walk in the park.
Huge hurdle to overcome.
Absolutely. And maybe the biggest elephant in the room. How they actually plan to compete with the big dogs already out there, like Waymo. They're already up and running in several cities.
It's true. Waymo's got a fleet of over 700 vehicles, right? That's a pretty substantial head start.
It is. And even Waymo's former CEO, he didn't hold back, called Tesla's whole design more playful than serious.
Ouch.
Makes you wonder, are they solving a real-world problem here? Or is this just Tesla being Tesla?
Yeah.
All about pushing the envelope, even if it's not exactly practical.
Yeah, is this about revolutionizing transportation or just grabbing headlines?
Exactly. And I think that's got investors and probably a lot of folks listening scratching their heads, especially since, Musk kind of hit the pause button on that more affordable EV everyone was waiting for, all to free up resources for this self-driving tech.
So this isn't just a side project for Tesla. They're all in on this robotaxi game.
Oh, absolutely. They've gone all in. And, Tesla's track record with EVs is undeniable. Autonomous vehicles, that's a whole different ballgame.
And it's not like those challenges have gone unnoticed, right? I mean, Sam Furani over at Auto Forecast Solutions, he's saying he's not so sure about these two-seater commuter vehicles in the long run.
Yeah, and he's not the only one. Blake Anderson, he's a senior investment analyst at Carson Group. They're actually Tesla investors even. He's saying, wait, is this really their big play for the average person? Does this make sense? It's one thing to build a head-turning car, but you got to get it on the road, too.
It's about navigating the real world.
Exactly. And the real world means regulations, different state laws, insurance issues. It's a whole other beast.
Not to mention public perception, right? People got to feel comfortable actually getting into these things.
It's a lot to overcome. And speaking of reactions, the market didn't exactly go wild for the Cybercab reveal, did it? I mean, Tesla shares dropped almost 9% after the event.
Yeah, not the vote of confidence they were probably hoping for.
Definitely not.
So it begs the question, right? Is this Tesla being like disruptively brilliant, throwing the rule book out the window? Or are they just, I don't know, a little out of touch with what people actually want and what's actually doable?
$1 million question. Are we looking at the future of transportation or just a really expensive science project?
Right. Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Tesla's keeping things interesting.
Always. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive on the Tesla Cybercab. A lot to unpack there, a lot to think about. What do you think? Is Tesla on the right track or have they steered off course? Let us know your take.